We all have heard about Khalistan and Khalistanis one or the other day by the politicians during the Lok Sabha election. Even a pro-Khalistani has won election this time despite of being in jail. All these incidents are giving a spotlight to discuss about the Khalistan movement and recent developments pertaining to it. So let's start. First, let's understand about the Khalistan movement. The Khalistan movement is a campaign for a separate sovereign Sikh state in the present-day Punjab region, encompassing parts of both India and Pakistan. Despite being suppressed in India after Operation Blue Star and Operation Black Thunder, it still garners sympathy and support among some sections of the Sikh population, especially within the Sikh diaspora in countries like Canada, UK and Australia. So let's have the historical timeline of the Khalistan movement. First, India's independence and partition. The roots of the Khalistan movement trace back to India's independence and the subsequent partition along religious lines in 1947. The Punjab province was split between India and Pakistan, leading to severe communal violence and creating millions of refugees. Key Sikh sites including Nankana Sahib, the birthplace of Guru Nanak, ended up in Pakistan. Second, demand for autonomous Punjabi Suba. Around the time of independence, the political struggle for greater autonomy for Sikhs began with the Punjabi Suba movement, which sought to create a Punjabi-speaking state. In 1966, Punjab was reorganized to reflect this demand, resulting in the trifurcation of the state into Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, and the Sikh-majority Punjab. Third, Anandpur Sahib Resolution. In 1973, the Akali Dal released the Anandpur Sahib Resolution demanding autonomy for Punjab, identification of religions for a separate state, and the right to frame its own internal constitution. Although the Akalis clarified they were not seeking secession, the resolution concerned the Indian state. And fourth, Bhindranwala and Dharam Yudh Morcha. Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala emerged as a prominent leader, initiating support by Congress for political gains. By the 1980s, he became a significant problem for the government. In 1982, Bhindranwala, with Akali Dal support, launched the Dharm Yudh Morcha, a civil disobedience movement aimed at achieving the demands of the Anandpur Sahib Resolution. Bhindranwala took residence in the Golden Temple, leading to increased tensions and violence. Now, let's see Operation Blue Star as a key event. Operation Blue Star commenced on 1st June 1984 to remove Bhindranwala and his supporters from the Golden Temple. The operation turned highly violent, involving tanks and air support, resulting in Bhindranwala's death and severe damage to the temple. This operation significantly wounded the global Sikh community and intensified the demand for Khalistan. After the Operation Blue Star, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her Sikh bodyguards in October 1984, leading to anti-Sikh violence where over 8,000 Sikhs were killed. In 1985, Sikh nationalists in Canada bombed an Air India flight, killing 329 people as a retaliation for Bhindranwala's death. Punjab became the center of an insurgency that lasted until 1995, after which the region moved towards economic liberalization. Now, let's see the current status of Khalistan movement from the domestic and diaspora perspectives. While Punjab has been largely peaceful, the Khalistan movement continues to resonate with some overseas Sikh communities. The diaspora, mainly comprising those who left India during the turbulent 1980s, holds a stronger support for the Khalistan cause. Although the deep-rooted anger over Operation Blue Star persists, it hasn't translated into substantial political support within India. Now, let's have the demographics of Sikhs and their global presence. Sikhism, founded in the 16th century in the Punjab region, is the world's fifth largest religion with around 25 million adherents. The majority reside in India, where they constitute about 2% of the population. Significant diaspora populations exist in Canada for about 7,80,000, the US 5 lakh, and Australia with 2 lakh. So now let's have the recent development as concerned contemporary political landscape. Radical Sikh preacher Amritpal Singh and Sarabjit Singh Khalsa recently won parliamentary seats as independents. Radical Sikh preacher Amritpal Singh and Sarabjit Singh Khalsa, son of Indira's assassin, have entered parliament for the first time. Amritpal Singh won the Khadur Sahib seat with a margin of 1,97,120 votes over Congress candidate Kulveer Singh Zira. Sarabjit Singh Khalsa won the Faridkot seat by 70,053 votes, defeating AAP's Karamjit Singh Anmol. Both ran as independents. Amritpal Singh, head of the Waris Punjab De group, is currently in an Assam jail under the National Security Act, that is NSA. His father, Tarsim Singh, thanked the community for their support. Amritpal, known for his resemblance to Khalistani militant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala, was arrested last year after a month-long manhunt. He had been reluctant to run for office but was persuaded by his supporters. In Khadur Sahib, a constituency known for its pantheistic, that is religious significance, Amritpal's followers, particularly the youth, praised him for his anti-drug effort and promoting Sikhism. Sarabjit Singh Khalsa, son of Bent Singh, one of the Indira Gandhi's assassins, campaigned on issues like the 2015 Sarlik incidents, drug problems, river water disputes, and farmers' demands. He had previously contested elections without success. Faridkot constituency, which he now represents, includes 9 assembly segments primarily dominated by AAP. Khalsa faced multiple opponents, including AAP's Karamjit Anmol and BJP's Hansraj Hans. Now, let's see India's stance and global reactions. India remains strongly opposed to the Khalistan movement, with all mainstream political parties denouncing violence and separatism. The issue has influenced diplomatic relations, particularly with Canada, Australia, and the UK, where significant Sikh populations reside. Recent diplomatic tensions have arisen due to India's pressure on these countries to address Sikh extremism. And lastly, let's see a case study relating to Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Canadian Sikh leader and designated terrorist by India, was killed in 2023. His death, amid organizing a referendum for Khalistan, highlights ongoing international tensions related to the movement. Nijjar's assassination and subsequent diplomatic fallout illustrate the continued complexity and sensitivity of the Khalistan issue for India and the Sikh diaspora. If you like the information, please like, share and subscribe Niti Educational Academy.